The music community in Seattle is celebrating the life of Charles R. Cross. He was a longtime music journalist who first introduced the world to many well-known musicians and bands, including Nirvana. King 5's Brady Wakayama joining us live in Seattle to tell us more about how people are honoring Cross's legacy. Brady.
Well, Joyce, we're here at radio station KEXP, which has been honoring and remembering Charles Cross over its air for the last couple of days, describing their friend, who they called Charlie, as a man who helped put Seattle music on the map.
They think he's speaking to them, and that's a real magic that not every performer is able to pull off.
That was Charles Cross speaking with King 5 in April, remembering Kurt Cobain on the 30th anniversary of the rock star's death. Now, just 4 months later, loved ones are doing the same for their friend they called Charlie, after the 67-year-old died in his sleep last Friday.
Charlie was the purest music journalist that I've ever met. I mean, he was really singularly devoted to that.
John Keister says Cross was his best friend since their college days at the University of Washington.
This is just right when Nevermind is coming out.
They later worked together, and Cross eventually owned the Rocket Entertainment magazine that ran for more than 2 decades, covering the rise of grunge in Seattle.
Nirvana on the cover, Alice in Chains on the cover, Soundgarden, before anyone in the world had written about them.
Cross also wrote biographies for Kurt Cobain and Jimi Hendrix, among other stars.
And getting lots of messages from people that knew Charles. I was lucky enough to speak with Charles a few times in my life. Always so kind, so humble.
DJs and hosts at KEXP are paying tribute to the legendary music journalist.
And I think that that legacy will live on for several weeks. You'll just continue to hear everyone talking about it. There's just so much to dig into, and I can imagine myself even a year from now playing a band and having a beautiful memory of something Charlie said about them.
Here's an ad for Soundgarden, Screamin' Trees, and Tad.
Memories and admiration for a man that will never be forgotten.
I would tell him once again, I love you.
And one of the things that Cross's friends told me that hurts the most about his passing is the fact that Cross was working on a memoir that he was hoping to share with the world. So it's unclear if that will ever get published. For now, live in Seattle, Brady Wakayama, King 5 News.